everybody. It's John, Alex, and who do we have this time, Alex? Who's with us?
It's Sandy, so there won't be any interruptions.
And Sandy is requesting avocado, I understand.
Well, just food in general, anything that's relatively edible is always requested by Sandy.
Same with my dogs. So this is what's going on with SEOWiSE Part Two, and we have a nice workflowy list over here. We're going to talk about some terms, some definitions, some words that we've discovered, made up, and what they mean, and how we're applying them. And so I want to start with old and new tagline. Alex, why don't you talk about old tagline for a second while I have.
Okay, well, the old tagline was write, share, engage, and even though we're not continuing to use that tagline, that's not to say that that's not really what we're still promoting. That's not what we still believe in. We just think that there's a better way for us to say write, share, and engage. But when you think about anything on the web today, that's basically what it's about. It's about writing your content, sharing that content with others, and then engaging on that content and the shares, and engaging with all of the people that end up resonating with that content.
Very good. That pretty much covers it. I'm going to go out of order already because I don't want to talk about the new tagline yet, because we have to explain why we've shifted away from write, share, engage. And the primary reason is because we've become so focused on video. Video is the top tier of media. Here, I'm going to go into McAvoy monologue mode. There, boom. Okay, so video is the top tier of media. From the video, you can get a blog post. All you have to do is push it up to get a transcript. You take the audio file and send it up for $1 a minute. You could get your audio transcribed. There's no reason to spend the time writing blog posts. That's at least how I feel. I'm a terrible typer. Alex, she likes to write, and she's going to continue to do posts as she has time. But it's much easier for us to deliver information in a video format because we can turn it into a blog post, into a podcast. We can chop it up into smaller segments and redistribute those segments with different intros and outros. So many different things you can do with video content. You can take stills out of it. So we're focused on video, but not just one-way broadcast video. Things have changed. Brands can't just push information. We want a conversation. And we now have the ability to combine technologies. We've got Google Hangout technology, which allows us to have a conversation with multiple people around the world together very easily. It's platform agnostic at this point. You just click on a link and agree to some terms and you join. We're using broadcast technology, live stream technology. This is the software that I'm looking at right here as we do this recording. By combining live stream with Google Hangout technology and what I've put together here, we're able to create a very different experience. We can broadcast this with a higher quality than a regular Hangout, but we can include all of the engagement aspects of a Hangout. There's the text layer, there's the real-time conversation, we can use Twitters and hashtags and bring those things in. So I can combine the tools of live stream broadcast with the versatility and communicative tools of a Hangout, and that's what we've been working on for so long. All right, going out of McAvoy mode, bringing it back to double. So I think I explained that pretty well, and I didn't really mean to dive into the whole explanation of what engagement broadcasting is, but that's why we've shifted into a video-centric content delivery mode. And if you watched Part 1, you saw us talk about the things that had happened in our lives personally, how they affected what's going on, where we're at. Now we're back to it, and we're focused on delivering content in the way we said we were going to, which is through shows, through events, through these recorded pieces. And we're going to mix and match, bring the recorded pieces in with live engagement, because it's very important that we show the versatility of the technology in this way. All right, I've rambled. Alex, I'm looking at our list.
So the new tagline is...
Well...
you were going to say it.
Oh.
I was old tagline, you were new tagline.
Thank you. Yes, the new tagline is the social business company, because social business is really what's happened with social media and the merging of social media and marketing and market research, branding and promotion, SEO, they've all kind of coalesced into what we're calling social business. And Alex, this is where you get to take it off into, I know it says death of authorship, and I don't care. You get to talk about personal branding right now, and so talk about personal branding.
Okay, well, one of the main components that we believe, and we're seeing it really finally catching on, which is exciting for us, is that a huge component of this idea of social business is personal branding. And you may think that that's just talking about the individual, like I have an individual brand, it's Alex Ricky Gonzalez, that's me. But that's not really exactly what we're talking about. That's a piece of it. But another part of personal branding is using that personal brand, using that personal voice in your brand or company. So it's related to how I relate myself socially to SEOWiSE, for example, because that's my personal example, how my personal brand is connected to SEOWiSE, and really to everyone out there who has connected with me, mostly via Google+, they link the two together. It's no longer that I am just a person that works at SEOWiSE, this corporation. I am SEOWiSE. John and I are SEOWiSE. That really is, that's what we consider to be personal branding. It's not just thinking about yourself as a brand, which you do. Everyone out there should consider themselves as a brand, but it's also considering anyone that's in business, considering how the personal brand is being linked to business, because we are finding over and over again that people trust people before they trust businesses.
Exactly. And a lot of people are talking about this again. We were talking about it more than a year ago. And we're back to the concept of transparent branding, personal and corporate branding with the human genuineness that we require. We just won't accept the logo anymore. It doesn't fly. We want to know the human beings. It's better when we get to know the human beings, right? A brand is more powerful that way. If you have a human being that is representing your brand and doing it in a human forward way, right? I'm standing proudly carrying the brand's logo with me. I'm not hiding behind it. I'm not using it as a shield or using it as a way to keep distance between me and the consumer. So this is what Alex has been doing for a while as SEOWiSE. And at first, she says that her and I are SEOWiSE. If that's true, basically, I'm kind of like the Wizard of Oz, the little guy hiding behind the curtain. She's the outward voice. It would not be a good idea for me to write as SEOWiSE. I do very, very rarely, and she looks at me strangely when I do it. And that's it's important for us. This is how we manage that voice. We talk about it behind the scenes. How's it going to be? What's the tone? But really, Alex takes care of that. I just help guide and shape strategy as we move forward with the brand representation. Individually, we're very different, and we post very different things. And I think it's important to recognize that I'm perfectly fine with you not liking me as a person, the stuff that I post, but please understand that the brand has its own life, has its own personality to it, and that personality is a combination of our efforts, our professional business efforts. And I think that's what corporations are starting to recognize and realize. But this is scary. They have to teach their people, grow their people, invest in their people. That has not been a popular concept in business for the last 20 years at all.
And that's all the time we had for this video. I know, terrible edit right there. This is one of the things Alex and I are working on. How do we blend the live video, like a live hangout event, a live engagement broadcast event, with canned footage like we put together here? Alex and I are in two different places, and she's got a busy schedule, and so do I. So when we record video, we have to do it through a hangout, record various chunks and pieces. I have about 40 minutes worth of extra video that I have to go through to turn into another video for you guys. This is why video is difficult. Post-production editing takes a long time, and what we're trying to do with engagement broadcasting and our technology is make it so there's very little post-production editing necessary, because it's all done in the live take. We'll talk more about that later, Watch for part 3 where we get more in depth on the definitions of social business, engagement broadcasting, and all of those wonderful terms. I even go into depth about the technology we use to make it happen. Thank you so much, guys, for Alex and myself. It's SEOWiSE, and we'll see you another time.